Hey gang, Dwight Simmons here with BrewTube Comedy. Today we're at Dancing Gnome, right outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Let's drink some beer. This is BrewTube Comedy. Hey gang, we're back here, BrewTube Comedy. We're at Dancing Gnome in Sharpsburg, Pennsylvania. We're here with Andrew. Andrew, tell us a little bit about what you do here at Dancing Gnome.
I kind of developed Dancing Gnome. I'm the brewer here at Dancing Gnome.
Tell me sort of like the backstory about how we got in this neighborhood, a little bit of the backstory about Dancing Gnome.
Yeah, sure thing. I really wanted to open a brewery, and this space came up. The place was awesome. It was exactly what I was looking for from a space perspective, from a layout perspective. So it really worked out well.
Hey, welcome to BrewTube Comedy. Welcome to Dancing Gnome. Yeah. You guys ready to have a good night? Yes. Listen, my name's Dwight Simmons. I'm the host. I'm your guide. I'm your MC through this glorious journey of beer and comedy that we have for you tonight. We have some of Pittsburgh's best comics. I've been drinking Spy Dolphin all day, so I'm ready to go. We're trying the Spy Dolphin, which is a name you only come across if you're high on acid. Correct?
Yeah, it's an 8.5% double IPA that's ridiculously drinkable, really low bitterness, really high flavor.
It's really beautiful. I mean, it's refreshing. It's 8.5%. So once again, the Dancing Gnome is gonna be a breakdancing gnome because that's how I get down, apparently. I'm here with Mike. Now, you were the genius behind the name Spy Dolphin. Tell us a little bit about the night that came about.
The night that came about was always beer-induced, for sure. Definitely tons of drinks. But yes, so Spy Dolphin is from a band, a title of a song from a band called Delta Sleep. I don't know, it definitely makes us think about weird stuff. Yeah. Spy Dolphin, we got a bunch of crazy ideas for art and whatnot going on in our heads. So
you close your eyes, you take a sip, and then you just see underwater the Spy Dolphin. He's in black sunglasses. He's got a tuxedo on, two shooters. Yeah. James Bond style. Yeah. The dolphin. Yeah. Oh, now you got yourself two dancing gnomes. What you gonna do? Two dancing gnomes.
This is a pretty cool place. I thought it was a really cool place, and then I realized something as I was driving back here. Where the fuck are all the gnomes? This place is called the Dancing Gnome. Not a gnome to be seen. No pointy-headed gnomes, no Noam Chomskys, no underpants gnomes, nothing. Not a gnome to be seen. Where are they? Okay, apparently the rest of you are in on the gnome conspiracy. That's fine.
Tell me how you guys came across the name Dancing Gnome.
Sure. So Dancing Gnome definitely was from me, okay. But it's definitely I get asked this all the time, and I always kind of feel bad because I feel like it's a letdown of an answer. But
well, when you start that way.
Yeah. Well, I know. I'm a bad liar, though. You know. I know. But I wish I could say I was like on some crazy acid and it was like a vision. But no, for me, it was the idea of the Dancing Gnome. Fit my personality. Fit the personality of what I wanted the brand to be about. We don't, as I'm sure you guys have noticed, we don't have gnomes as part of our branding. Right. There never will be. Okay. So it's the idea of the Dancing Gnome as far as working hard, having passion in everything that you do, and being able to really have a good time and let loose and drink some good beers.
The brewery is packed right now. It's about midday right now, and you guys are doing great. Hey gang, back here at Dancing Gnome, making friends at the bar. I'm here with two of my good friends who've been drinking for about half an hour, doing their little bar crawl. How long have you guys been coming to Dancing Gnome, or when did you find out about it?
I've had their beers. They're delicious.
Yeah.
And I had to come here today. I made all of them actually come with me. Yeah. This was my first stop on our brewery tour.
Oh, great. Good decision, man. That's a good decision. Well, cheers, guys. Thanks for talking to me.
Cheers.
Yeah. Ha.
Cheers.
I'm from Indiana, so my white vernacular is all on point. My favorite term from white culture that I learned last year was the phrase balls deep. Your balls, it's never said like sexually. It's always something ironic like, man, last night I got balls deep in these chicken nuggets. And you're like, what happened to you? All right, as you can see, we're drinking out of the 8-ounce glasses because it's early in the day. We got a long day, and also I'm a lightweight. If you haven't been watching the show, tell us about the decision to go with the 8-ounce glasses. It's not like that's all you have, but it's a great decision for someone like me who has to drink all day.
Yeah, so like you said, it's not all we have. We have 4-ounce, 8-ounce, and 16-ounce. The 8-ounce is definitely, it's a perfect pour. I mean, if you're coming in here and just want to have a couple beers, it's an awesome size to be able to try multiple beers. We do have the 4-ouncers for those that want to try everything, and the 16s for those that have been here multiple times, know what they want, definitely want to slam back a pint. I think you don't see it much here, but we're working on kind of bringing it out to that because it's just a great size. It allows you to do a lot of different things and not have to worry about getting too inebriated.
Right. So I can say I had 6, and you guys don't judge me because I had 8-ounce pours, right? So on your website, and you guys are pretty proud of it, it's unapologetically hoppy.
To explain what we mean there is, we use hops as our main ingredient. We don't go crazy. We don't do crazy stuff, but we brew in a style that lets the hop shine through from a true aroma and a flavor standpoint, and not from a bitter standpoint. So we often have times where people kind of say like, "Oh, I don't like hoppy beers," and we say, "Okay, like let me give you a sample," and we'll pour them a little splash of a double IPA, and they're like, "Oh, this is really good." And it's like, "Well, yeah, it's because you don't understand what hops can actually do." Right. So we're trying to bring a new light to hops and the beauty of hops because we love them so much as far as like what it is and the flavors and aromas and the blends that we can make with it.
So we get here and we're here all day. We're drinking. We go to get some food in Pittsburgh. Around 7, we're coming back to set up the show, and our car got towed. So welcome to Pittsburgh, Dwight. And I'm bringing up the guy whose car it was. So you thought I was angry. You know him as Beer Guy. Give it up for Peter Hines.
Thank you so much, Pittsburgh. But seriously, Pittsburgh, we did get towed, and I'm a little mad about it, but it's one of those where I'm mad at myself the more I think about it. When I want to be real, getting towed is like getting an STD. You know you shouldn't have gone there, but you're like, this time's gonna be okay. And then it ends up costing you way more than you thought. But it'll probably happen again. We shouldn't have done that. I knew it.
BrewTube Comedy is back here with Beer Guy. Beer Guy, what are we drinking tonight?
We're doing the jam, the IPA jam.
Yeah.
When you drink it, you're like, boom shakalaka.
He's on fire.
But honestly, this is, he told me it's a year-round beer, but this is a solid, so you see the cloudiness. I think you can see the cloudiness. You kind of get that New England style. He was telling me, though, he's made it well before that became a big fad. Honestly, it's very citrusy, 6.8. You don't detect the alcohol. So quenchable. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah, and it's delicious, right?
I love it.
We're here with Amanda Averell from Pittsburgh. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do in Pittsburgh?
In Pittsburgh comedy, right now we're a growing scene. There's tons of mics all throughout the city. We have multiple comedy theaters just doing all kinds of comedy everywhere.
How long have you been doing stand-up in Pittsburgh?
I've been doing comedy for about 2.5 years now, so I just kind of hit the ground running and just don't stop.
That's true. 2.5 years, and she just crushed set, 15 minutes. Check out Amanda Averell. She's hilarious.
So, guys, I've been trying to lose some weight recently, and I went out and I bought one of those Fitbits, but whenever I put it on, it gave my wrist muffin top. But I started this new diet this week. It's an all greens diet. And today I had 7 Shamrock shakes, so I'm good to go. I think it's really gonna work out for me this time.
Introduce myself to you guys. My name is Gregory Alexander Joseph, and that is my real name, all right? It is my real name. It is not a stage name, people. It's not a stage name. I did not purposely go out and try to find the whitest sounding name for a black guy and settled on Gregory Alexander Joseph because Dwight Simmons was already taken. Like, this actually is my real name.
Greg, tell us a little bit about your history of stand-up and how you got so damn good.
Well, I don't have much of a history. I've only been doing comedy for like 4 years. Yeah. So I'm just naturally talented and gifted. When you do comedy and you have an open mind and you meet good people, they tend to reach out. And so I was here, and Gab was here, and then you came, and then this all just kind of came together. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what do you think about the show tonight?
What show?
That's a great question.
Oh, the one we just did. After the third beer, it was great. Like my twin brother Dwight, all my life people have come up to me and say, Gregory, you're not black enough. Gregory, you sound like a white guy. Gregory, you're not a strong black man. Who's laughing at that? A few weeks ago, I went to meet with a movie producer. This is actually a true story. A few weeks ago, I went to meet with a movie producer, and the producer told me they're making a movie about the life of Barack Obama, and they wanted me to audition for the role of Joe Biden. Like, that's... Don't have that kind of range, people. Don't have that kind of range.
Hey, Gab, tell us about your history in the Pittsburgh comedy scene.
Okay, yeah, I started about like 10 years ago, and back then there wasn't really much of a scene, to be honest. We had 2 major comedy clubs, and I actually started doing just underground rooms. So I started just putting together my own shows and doing that sort of thing. So we have 3 clubs now, and I do a monthly room at the Brillo Box every second Tuesday of the month, and there's rooms all over me. Everyone has a room somewhere in the city. There's comedy every night of the week in Pittsburgh.
Ah, so it's booming. Yeah, that's why you have so many great comedians in Pittsburgh.
When I was 5 years old, Santa Claus brought my brother a leaf blower. Now, keep in mind, my oldest brother is 20 years older than me. So I was 5, getting the Ninja Turtle sewer set. He was getting a leaf blower. And on the box of his leaf blower, there was a warning label. And it said, this leaf blower is to be used for outdoor use only. It is to be used to remove leaves, small rocks, and other outdoor debris. Do not use this leaf blower as a hair dryer, because it will result in decapitation. Now, I don't know if you guys know how warning labels get on boxes. They get there because some genius in the world was like, this is awesome with leaves, it'll be better with hair, and their head ended up in a TV!
You walk in, the bar's packed, everyone's trying new things. Maybe if you're beasts, get that 12-ounce pour, get a couple of them. It's great what you guys have done here. Yeah, cheers. We're on Twitter and Instagram as BrewTube Comedy, at BrewTube Comedy, and on Facebook at BrewTube Comedy. So tell your friends, post, say you had a good time. Make sure you tag Dancing Gnome Beer, because I've had a great time. They're gracious hosts. One more time for Andrew and Dancing Gnome. Thank you so much. One more time for the comics you saw tonight. Derek Minto, Amanda Averell, Gregory Joseph, Peter Hines, Gab Bonesso. I've been Dwight Simmons. This has been BrewTube Comedy. Thank you. I'm going to be a dancing gnome. I told you it's going to happen, and it's happening.
Ooh, I am a dancing idiot gnome. I'm the dumb gnome.
Thank you, dancing gnome. This is us now. This is my life.